This is AAFD TV, the official streaming TV show for the American Association of Franchisees and Dealers, whose mission is to help our members achieve total quality franchising. Let's get today's show started. Welcome to AAFD TV, the official streaming show of the American Association of Franchisees and Dealers. I'm your host, Joan Bowling, and I am thrilled to have you with us. Today's episode is packed with valuable insights, including interviews with AAFD's own Claudia Bolognesi and William Folson from Chatter by Stingray. But before we dive in, let's take a look at some of the latest headlines shaping the industry. AAFD strengthens franchisees' support with new legal and expert additions. The American Association of Franchisees and Dealers is enhancing its commitment to franchisee advocacy by welcoming two significant additions to its network. First, Luther Lenard PC has joined the AAFD Franchisee Legal Line Network as a member firm. This follows the merger of Legarius, Napel, and Dillon, LLP, into Luther Lenard, bringing seasoned attorneys Peter Legarius and Brian Dillon into the fold. The firm offers comprehensive legal services, including franchise agreement negotiations, dispute resolution, and business succession planning, aligning with AAFD's mission to support fair franchising practices. Additionally, Jay Haygood Ty, a partner at Fisher Phillips, has been welcomed as the newest speaker and expert panelist. Ty brings extensive experience in employment law and a deep understanding of the challenges faced by franchisors and franchisees, offering valuable insights into compliance, litigation, and strategic risk management. These strategic additions underscore AAFD's ongoing efforts to provide robust support and resources to its members in the ever-evolving franchise landscape. AAFD's own Claudia Bolognesi recently sat down with me to share some exciting news about a new member benefit. Here is that conversation. Claudia, it's great to see you today. Thank you so much for joining me to discuss this exciting new initiative. Now,
thank you for having me. Sorry.
You are so welcome. AAFD has a rich history of empowering franchisees and their members. What inspired the creation of AAFD Social?
Great question. The inspiration behind the AAFD Social is a need. It's been a need for many years where our members often wanted a place where they can communicate with one another, feel safe to express their need and their challenges. And up until now, we've done that to most likely our annual meeting, but we never really had an online space that was 100% dedicated to the AAFD members. So I feel like AAFD Social is going to be that hub for our members to connect, feel free to share their challenges, to network, and to finally, again, have a safe environment where they can comfortably and privately speak to one another.
Claudia, I love that. It's almost like a member mastermind where all the members can come together and, as you said, just reflect on the current state of affairs. I need help with. What are your thoughts on? So it brings the community so much closer together, which I think is probably one of the many benefits of this new social. What other benefits can members expect from using it?
I would say that the biggest benefit is, again, a one hub for all AAFD franchising news and efforts. The AAFD does a variety of initiative when it comes to fair franchising. And that is, in my opinion, I hope, a place where members can finally come and get involved in what is a very important part of the AAFD, which is the advocacy for fair franchising and advance, better laws or better outcome for the franchising industry. So that's definitely one major benefit.
One major benefit. So what I hear you saying is there's so many different areas that AAFD Social will benefit the members. One is from more connectivity. One is for more responsibility or taking a look at maybe how franchisee laws impact them and what can be done to modify or affect that in the future. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's one part of the AAFD that often gets a little underlooked, but we are a big advocacy for fair franchising.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And let's talk a little bit about privacy. So important in this day and time. Why is privacy so important for the users then?
Well, privacy is extremely important for our members. Most of it because they are navigating challenges with their franchisor. So a lot of times they are dealing with, sensitive topics and, things that disputes and other stuff. So they don't want to, I think, privacy between themselves, between the members, and privacy within the community, and privacy within the community to a point where our members can have 100% private, dedicated space for their own brand is probably at the core of what we want AAFD Social to be.
I love that. How can people access the AAFD Social app, and is there a cost involved?
So there's no cost for AAFD members. That's a brand new benefit that all AAFD members have. And to access to it is simply through a URL that you can find on our website, or you can download an app. You must be a member, and you're going to have to be connected to our other member portal, but it's a free resource for all of it.
That is fantastic. Claudia, thank you so much for joining us today. For the latest information on AAFD Social, please visit AAFD.org. Chatter by Stingray provides products and services to help you hear the voice of your customer. William Folson, VP of Client Success and Operations, recently shared some insights with me. Here's that conversation. William, thank you so much for joining us today to continue this conversation. Let me ask you this. A great problem for any business to have is more foot traffic. So what's the secret to getting this? How do we accomplish that?
Really, in this day and age, everybody's going to Google or Facebook, and it's about your online reputation and your online presence. And one way to do that is get a lot more Google reviews and keep them fresh, keep them new. That way, with all the search algorithms on any search engine, you come up first. And that's the main way to drive more foot traffic. And you want them to either click to call or click for directions to go to your brick and mortar business. That's the whole goal.
That is the whole goal. Okay. Now, customers are always talking. Are we really listening? So how does Chatter by Stingray actually spotlight the real pain points?
Yeah. So there's it's a double-edged sword, right? If you get a lot of feedback, how do you listen to all of it? And, one thing that we do really well is take large amounts of feedback and consolidate it using AI or whatnot, and making it plain English where you know where the pain points are for your customers so you can quickly address those, fix those issues, and keep making your customers happy.
So what you do is gather that information and then make it easy and actionable, if I'm understanding that. How do you do that in the middle of the process?
Yeah, so we collect real-time feedback on Google, Facebook, anywhere a customer can post data, even surveys. We can pile all that together, have the AI read it, and in the moment that they send that feedback to you, we can highlight that actionable insight for you that you need to take action on.
All right. And on your website, there are a lot of examples, but can you cite one right now in which you were working with a business and they were sort of a beat behind in taking action with maybe some surveys from customers that weren't very favorable?
Yeah. So without giving a brand name, we had an automotive service location that they had a specific technician that was being called out on Google reviews. And we were able to highlight, hey, your 1-star reviews are coming from this technician.
I see.
And you probably need to address that. It led to some corrective action. And pretty much overnight, we saw their star ratings and volumes of reviews for 4- and 5-star reviews go up the very next week after they addressed that.
So the benefit is full circle for that one. Number one, they had a customer or customers that weren't very happy. There's that standpoint. They had a technician who really needed to change his game and obviously wanted to keep his day job. And then the business wanted to see what they could do to, again, boost the reviews, get the customers talking in a more positive way. So Chatter by Stingray then was able to address all those issues just by getting actual information to the business. That's just
from a
great.
Google review or from a compiling of Google reviews and feedback from real-time customers, we were able to close the loop on that issue, fix it, and make the business overall better for their consumers.
Fantastic. AI, as you mentioned, is changing the game. How do you use it to create more meaningful customer connections? What's the behind the scenes?
Yeah, there's 2 ways we use AI. The one we've already spoke about is compiling data and reading it. The other way is real-time in conversations where you don't have time to actually talk to every single customer about their experience. Let our AI do it. So if they say, hey, my service was great, but the technician was crummy, we'll say it that way.
Sure.
The AI can go, okay, I'm glad you had a great overall experience. Can you give me a little bit more detail about what your experience was with the technician? Traditional surveys don't do that because there's nobody reading it in the moment. That's where AI can step in and read that answer, that live answer from a client or a customer, and ask a follow-up question, just like me or you would in person, but the AI do it digitally.
And AI helps them not lose the relationship, and it helps them remedy the situation right in that moment and not lose any time. That is absolutely fantastic. William, I want to thank you so much for the insight on how we can keep the conversation going between businesses and customers and be more successful on both ends. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
To connect with the team at Chatter by Stingray, please visit aafd.org/partners/chatter. That does it for today's show. Thanks for watching, and be sure to share this episode with your industry friends, partners, and colleagues. I'm Joan Bowling for AAFD TV, and I'll see you next time.